I don't mean to go on and on, but I've been thinking about that too. Because what if we have a situation at home? I'm gonna need you to what does the word say, baby? Go, you know, go and tell me what you need to do. No, I'm running up against the wall. You running up against the wall. I need him to be able to say, well, come on, honey, let's see what the Word of God tells us about this. And go to that word as that foundation, not you clueless.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Because you're not supposed to lead. That's not what the word says.
Exactly.
I mean, sometimes you have to, maybe you're stronger in an area.
Yeah.
You know, but the leadership, that's not our responsibility. That's why.
Totally. Like that.
Going back to the list, there's a lot of sermons, there's a lot of teaching, motivational speeches about writing your list down. If he doesn't have, or this woman prayed about the list and he had everything on the list, that's how he knew, that's how she knew he was the one. What are y'all's opinions, thoughts, if y'all have any on that?
I have friends that have made a list and the list was there. And I've had friends who made a list and the list was not there. But honestly, make a list if you want. But don't be disappointed if God gives you something so much greater than your list.
That's right.
Because God says that He's a good God, He's a good Father, He gives His children good gifts. So if you made a list and the man is nothing on the list, He's obviously going to be greater than the list. He's going to be actually what you need. So make one. I think that's fun. But if you make the list, look at it and reflect on it. How do you pan up to the list? Because I think sometimes we make a list out of fantasy. Oh, I want this, this, and that because of what you've seen other people have or other people do. And you make this list, but you don't compare to the list at all.
Like tall, dark, and handsome, but dumb as a doorknob. You know what I mean?
So I just think it's important that if you make the list in the right perspective.
Right.
Not, and not giving someone else a chance. Sometimes, I'm surrounded by married friends and they always say, like, Dom, you have to be willing to grow with someone. He may not be strong in this area yet, but he probably will get there. So there are certain things that you have to determine are deal breakers. You put this on the list. He has to be an avid reader and read 20, books a month because you love to read. But what if the brother can only put out 2 books this month?
Yeah, exactly.
What if he can't tell you about the newest, fiction novel?
Right.
Are you like super turned off, but yet there are other great godly, things about him that are foundational? But books?
Right.
Yeah.
I get that.
Hello, he can grow in reading books. How about read a book with him? Y'all challenge each other and help him get his game up.
Right.
So I just think the list is a great thing maybe for you to get yourself organized and kind of figure out what you want. But I don't think it's something that a person should be held accountable to. It can help you if you are just unsure and show the list to somebody. That's the thing. Some people make lists and don't show it to a soul. But then the person comes along and you holding the list up to them. Show it to someone, that has wisdom that can let you know this is just.
Word says that eye has not seen, neither ear heard, neither has entered into the heart of man the things that God has prepared for us.
Yeah.
And then we make this list, and this list could limit. It's like, oh, well, God said, well, that's all you want?
Yeah.
Like I have more and better and greater for you.
Right.
So we want to keep that in mind. So that's piggyback on what she said, that don't just, nope, you're not here on the list. But having said that, I am a firm believer of lists or writing things down, because the Bible also say write the vision down and make it plain so that people may see it, and when they see it, they're gonna run. It's so shocking, whatever. And for me, every single thing in my life that I have ever accomplished was from me writing it down. Read our Bible, we do praise and worship, we do all of these things. We could be dating someone, and God's going to reveal to us whether or not that's the right person or the wrong person, and then at the end of the day, we're trusting Him.
Even if you don't do that, He's still God. That's the beauty of the relationship. It's like,
Because He doesn't want you in that situation.
Not on the list. Because that would have been me. I'm like, boo, you're not around. And God is like, really, literally. Issues with control because of success. Sometimes success can put you in a box. because things have happened this way and it doesn't
Uh-huh.
look like
And you're trying to
what
stick
we
with that
thought.
formula.
Yes, because it worked for you.
That's
And
right.
nobody's mad because it worked for you.
Yeah,
But God is not a God that is in a box.
that's true.
So,
That's a good point. That's
Stop
excellent.
but God is good.
Right. So, what are some things you wish men knew about women that they might not be aware of?
You have one. I know I have one. Do you
I
have
have
one?
one.
Yeah.
Most women need security. And security is not about money all the time. And a lot of men
That's true.
are driven by material and like work or money. And so they think that that solves the problem a lot of times. But it's bigger. Security is not just financial security.
Yeah.
So.
I told you I have one. Do you have one? I'm so ready.
Mine would be that we all understand when you get up in age, everybody's looking to date. Men, understand that women will talk to you. Understand that when you approach a woman, she does not automatically think you're going to be her husband. Friendship.
Okay.
Go with a mindset of, this could be a great friend.
That's
if
true.
it leads to something, it does. But if it doesn't, you still built a great friendship, because guess what? What if you go on to marry another woman? Your wife may need friends that actually know you. You want to be surrounded by people where you can build a community.
You're not from here, are you?
I'm from New Orleans.
Oh, okay. Well, you're close by. You're close by.
But it's just what the Lord has revealed to me and what I cherish. I cherish family and friendships and community. So guys, understand. Just say hello and be a friend.
Yes.
If she likes you, that's a plus. If she doesn't, she still can be your friend.
That's what I want to do. I want to talk to the camera.
Go ahead.
So, what I want to say is stop playing like we don't matter. Stop acting like you're not into us or playing low key, chill, nonchalant. I'm just gonna be cool. We gonna be cool and walk right out that door. So as the women, we gonna walk right on out, because we're like, he's not showing me affection. He's not showing me that he cares. He doesn't act like I'm his one and only. He doesn't give me, and if you're doing that, that does not turn us on. You pretending to be so cool and macho and laid back and chill, and I'm just gonna play it cool. I don't like that. I mean, show me how interested you are. Like, put forth that effort. I like chivalry.
There goes the security.
Yeah.
And it can be emotional security. Women, I don't know if most men know this, but they need to know that you are into them. And you have to learn the love language of that individual. And so if you start strong, finish strong, of course you know that. But like you said, the chivalry. But there's one thing, like, I guess, and I'm going to be a little bit personal, but the guy that I date, he always wants me to go. And he'll say, if you can't go where I'm going, then I can't go. Well, even when I don't want to go, that makes me feel good. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes you just want to be, and that's why I say you have to make room for relationship when you've been independent and strong. But you'll learn, and you'll also learn that list you're talking about, that person that God sends you, and you may not think you like this or that, you'll see your heart changing. When someone has a heart for you, that is bigger than anything else. Been there, done that, seen that. But when they have a heart for you, that's bigger than money.
That's true. Yeah.
It is tremendous.
That's true.
I
I agree.
have one other thing.
Would you like to talk?
Yes. It's okay for you to communicate if you are unsure about a young lady. If you are not sure if you really like her, or if you're not sure if you just want to be her friend, or there may just be something about she loves playing video games and you love playing video games. That's okay to like something in a person, but be sure you communicate. Don't play games with people and lead people on. Make sure you communicate. And when you do that, it's very respectful and it's honorable for you to say, hey, I really like this about you. And that's, you know, why I like hanging out with you. So that people understand, oh, he just likes me for the video games. So she's not going in her mind thinking he always wants to spend time with me. I think he really likes me on a deeper level. And it's just that he's found a friend with video games.
Yeah, that's good. That's true.
So that can really go.
Honesty and be upfront.
Yes. So just communicate where you are. If you're unsure, being unsure is okay. Communicate that.
That's
Because
right.
you can only be unsure for
Yeah.
a certain time period.
Yeah.
When you're unsure, you haven't found out, keep it moving.
That's right. That's right.
And I think that's good that you brought it up with the friends thing, because even when I was in church, and you know, the big guys checking me out, right? I would automatically be like, oh, he's the one, he's my husband, that's it. You know, it just goes off of my head to remember, oh yeah,
That's right.
I might be a cool person too. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
he actually enjoys my hilarious personality. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's really good to realize that you can have a guy friend. Because I feel like, especially, I can't speak for you guys, but before I got church I'm in now, that's what we were told. Like, oh, if that person's like talking to you or just even speaking to you in a maybe more than a 5-minute conversation,
He likes you. He
fancies
wants
you.
you.
You know what I'm saying? So I think it's just something that we need to realize and speak about and discuss. Like, it's okay to have friends of the opposite sex.
Another thing I just want to say about that
Go ahead.
is if we continue that mindset of anytime someone approaches us that they could potentially be the one, that you don't know how to have healthy conversations with the opposite sex. When you get married and now you have a husband and you have coworkers or your husband's friends, you guys may have similar interests, like business. You may be the business person and he may be a business person. There's this new concept coming about. If he approaches you to have this conversation and you still have that same mindset, that can be detrimental, not only to your husband's friendship with this man, but also to your possible business partnership.
That's true.
Because we have these warped mindsets about
everybody wants
approach.
Everybody wants a relationship with me, and the guy might be like, girl, I'm just trying to.
Right. It's
Like,
like,
say, hey, like, what's up? Yeah.
The Ruth and Boaz story, if y'all familiar with it, don't know. Boaz is this guy that found Ruth working in the field, and everyone in church always says, I can't wait for my Boaz, right? So, what is your preparation process right now? Do you have a preparation process to be found? And what does that look like?
well, I kind of have a different view on that. My mindset is not I am working in a field so that I can be found. My mindset is I am following Christ and he is developing me. He's growing me to be the woman that I am called to be. It is a man's job to find. So that's not on my mind because that's not my job. If I'm following God and I'm positioning myself where he tells me to position myself for whatever it could be, my husband is supposed to find me, just like you said, in God's timing. When it's your time, it's your time. Pastor Larry, he always say, just work for the Lord, stay focused on the Lord, and one day you'll look up and you'll see the person there right beside you working. If you like what they're doing, hey, make it happen.
That's good.
So it's just my perspective is I don't have to worry and spend my brain cells thinking about, is he gonna find me here? Is he gonna find me there?
Right.
That's just way too much because I'm missing out on all the other great things that I can be exposed to and growing in. There's a lot to do. I mean, there is so much for us to do as just individual people in God's kingdom. Being married is not the whole scope of your life. Because then when you get married, you still got to serve, work. I mean, none of that ever stops. So for me, I'm not thinking about where is he going to find me. I'm praying for him because I know that he will find me, but I'm staying focused so that when he does, I didn't waste my time. That I'm ready and I'm developed in the areas I need to be developed in.
And I have a belief about the preparation part, but I'll let anyone else want to go first. Kendra, we're not gonna stop.
But what I was gonna say was preparation for me is honestly just like living my life.
Just also, I feel like if you have any hurt from previous relationships, dealing with that, because you don't want to carry that on to anything else. So just live your life, serve God, get that degree, do whatever you want. Yeah, and when he comes along, he comes.
Yeah.
And you'll be ready. Hopefully.
That's right. And I actually still just love the Boaz story. I just love how he was like, who is that?
Yeah.
Like he inquired, like who's that lady? Who's, whatever.
She was just minding her business.
Minding her business. I do love that. I actually want you all to tell me how you feel about this, what I'm getting ready to say, because I could be wrong. I'm not sure if I'm on the right path or not. I think that as you prepare yourself with like growth and ministry and whatever you're trying to accomplish, that wherever you end up landing or throughout your preparation, I feel like you're going to attract whatever you've become or whatever you're becoming. Whereas if you kind of don't strive for anything, if you have no ambitions, no goals, nothing, I think you're going to attract that. I feel like you're going to attract another individual who's not striving, who also has no goals. But if everything's lined up with, the word of God and you're following God's command for your life, as you grow in different areas and you start preparing yourself for just you, whether that's health, wealth, prosperity, physical, mental, spiritual, all of those things, reading, whatever, that you can attract someone on that level. So if you're kind of not doing anything, I think you're leading yourself to attract someone for that place or area where you are, which is meaning you haven't gone very far. I just think that. So I'm asking y'all, looking at me like, girl, you out your mind?
I agree to that.
Okay,
I agree with that
to a
certain extent. Because let me tell you, some people tried it. They know we're not on the, they know, and they still, shoot their shot.
Yeah, that's true.
Because I heard that same message.
Yeah.
And I really told the Lord.
But you don't end up landing with them though. I'm saying you end up landing with that person because that's where your mind is. See, your mind, because you're not interested in them, even though they'll come after anybody.
Gotcha.
But I'm saying your mind has escalated to the point where you don't end up landing there.
Okay.
That's what I was gonna say too, kind of like piggybacking off you. I feel like I've attracted some pretty, not on my level type of guys, but I think maybe also they see something in me where they aspire to want to be.
Exactly.
And so they're kind of want to leech onto that.
For sure, yeah.
So, that's what I was
But you see that that's not where you want to be because you've elevated your mind. But if your mind was still stuck there, so everything that I'm saying is not just based on your actions and what you're doing and what you're not doing. It's also your thinking in your mind. So if your mind is there, you're gonna not only attract them, but you're gonna be like, oh I'm cool with that. But you're not cool with that because you're somewhere else in your mind.
Gotcha.
Yeah. I would say too that I think there's going to be a day of reckoning. That person may be deceptive in the beginning if they're not on the same page with you.
But
good. I think they're going to get tired.
That's
and
so
I really do.
good.
Because, and I've seen it happen, but you can only fake something for so long, and then you actually repel the enemy. God gives us wisdom, and He lets us know some things that a lot of people don't know. It's not revealed to the naked eye. And so there's going to be certain situations and instances in your life where you may even think somebody's a certain way. But if you really do hearken to the voice of God, there's something that's unsettling in you. And He's speaking to you through that. And so
that's awesome.
And I do think people are going to be attracted to you because of maybe superficial things or things that are not of God. But He says that we can try the Spirit by the Spirit, and then we see. We can tell by the fruit it bears. Eventually, you're going to see the real character of a person.
That's it.
And it's not going to be hard. Just give it time.
That's right.
Let it play itself out.
Let it play itself out. I like that. That's what I'm going to start doing. I'll come on, we can talk, we can
Yeah.
dinner and I'm just gonna let it play
That's
itself
it.
out.
Keep praying.
Keep praying. Yeah, I like that.
I feel like a common thing is what we've been saying is, let itself play out and discernment. But I don't want your viewers to skip the part about community. Counsel. There's wisdom and counsel.
Yeah.
So while you and the Holy Spirit are walking this thing through, if you're dating somebody, you're thinking this person's going to be great and you're doing these lists. You have people that are surrounded by you. Don't wait till you think, oh, I want to marry this guy to introduce him. Introduce him up front. Because things that you can't see,
they will tell
they
you.
will be able to see things that you can't discern because you are in this likable kind of like, adorable stage. They will see right away. No, and it's great to have those people around you because they protect you. You have some of the people, in your, wolves in sheep clothing?
Yeah.
Sometimes you can't tell because you're too close up.
Yeah.
But you have someone else with a distant vision that can say, hey, I just want to let you know what I saw and you can take it or leave it.
That's a very good point.
But,
Not for those who are married, but for those who are not married. If you never got married, would you be upset with God?
Been searching for someone to satisfy my every need. Won't you be my inspiration? Be the real love that